SGA trying to get that MVP. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on the West Coast trying to do what not a lot of people are doing nowadays. Taking down the Clippers while they're at home. That big three is rolling at the LAC. First quarter, Kawhi kicks this highlight off. Game so nice, you probably got to shoot that thing twice. Leonard gives the Clippers the early 4-point favor. More good Clippers shooting. This time it's iso ball. Harden nailing the three over the 7-foot-plus Chet Holmgren. James made it look simple. On the other end, speaking of simple, how about Holmgren? When you're that tall, all you got to kind of do is like halfway jump and throw it down. And then SGA crossing up Harden, the teacher and the student. Students get really darn good, I'll tell you that. In the third quarter, the Clippers rely on the clock one more again. 6 of 10 from the field, 16 points goes Leonard. He did not have to do a lot in the second half, though. You'll see more of that in a second. But first, let's show you some more SGA. The somehow, some way for his team, he made a play and won. Kawhi didn't have to do a bunch because the second half was controlled by this dude. Paul George was on fire. How about Brody tracking down the Norman Powell miss and throwing it down? But back to the PG-13 show. He goes 18 points in the fourth quarter, 28 in the second half. Thunder within striking distance, though, as Isaiah Joe nails the three. But again, who's going to guard this dude? Paul George in his bag, and it's Chanel. George lighting up the Thunder. It's his night. Why not put the finishing touches on a team against his former squad? How about George dropping 38 points, grabbing 7 rebounds? It's the Clippers once again winning at home, 128-117. If you are like me and love flexing your NBA knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports. That's Underdog Fantasy. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog Fantasy website or app, pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that game, get all your picks right, and you can win up to 20 times your money. And when you sign up, if you use my code Pharaoh, your deposit will get doubled. You can't beat that. Again, head over to today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy's website or app, use my code Pharaoh, and your first deposit will get doubled. One of the game's greats of yesterday, front row to see the game's greats of today. Dr. J in the house to watch Embiid versus Jokic, arguably the game's two best players getting it on in Philadelphia. First quarter, Embiid setting the tone for his squad. Not to be outdone by this dude. It's Nikola Jokic inside showing you the grind. And then back to Joel, free throw line jump shot. There was never a question. Maxey interrupting the big fella duel to go get his. On the other end, off the Aaron Gordon miss, how about Jokic working? 11 offensive rebounds for Nikola Jokic in this one. But Embiid and Philly had responses every step of the way for the champs. The block from Embiid leads to the Maxey dime to Tobias Harris. Dr. J likes what he sees. I'm sure he liked this as well. Right before the half, it's Embiid nailing the juice. This is the most points that both of these teams have given up in a half this year. They both give up 78. They would cool off in the second half a little bit as we went into the locker room tied up. In the third, it's Maxey and Jokic getting it done. Look at this switch. Little boy day tomorrow. Nikola Jokic had a really good game. 25 points, 19 rebounds, but it failed in comparison to this dude. It's Embiid in transition, Euro stepping, but he's a guard. Make that make sense. And then Joel pulling up right inside the three-point line, giving it to Denver in more ways than one at this point. Jokic may be the best player in the world, but for this game, this duel, it's Joel Embiid with 41 points, 10 assists, 7 boards, leading Philly to the 126-121 win. Victor Wembanyama almost pulled off the unthinkable against Trae Young in the Atlanta Hawks. You just got to watch this highlight and believe that I wouldn't lie to you about that. First quarter, it's DeJounte Murray with the quick deuce, not to be outdone by the ice tray. It's cold everywhere in the country right now. None colder than Young, nailing shots and throwing out wicked dimes to Onyeka Okongwu. And then it's more Young. By the end of the first, the Atlanta Hawks are already up 19 points on the San Antonio Spurs. And trust and believe, in life, things can always get worse. Young making it a 20-point lead for Atlanta. Young, deuce plus the foul. Now the lead for the ATL is 30. Victor Wembanyama starts the third quarter on the bench. He didn't score in the first half. He definitely scored in the second half. Wembanyama kicking off a ridiculous run for the Spurs. Just like that, they're down 18. Young beats the third quarter buzzer. He had 36 points. It's like, y'all ain't coming back on us. No, Wemby, you good, but you ain't finna do that to us. Wembanyama's got other plans. How about Wendy putting the moves on Atlanta? Wembanyama goes for 26 points in the second half. This dunk cuts the Spurs deficit down to 8. They wouldn't do that, would they? In Wemby's rookie season, Jalen Johnson says, nah, not tonight. And then Young gets doubled, accepts it, finds his man's Johnson up top. Young dished out 13 assists, grabbed 6 boards to go along with that 36 points. And the Atlanta Hawks hold off a very feisty Wembanyama-led Spurs comeback. Atlanta takes this one by 10. Good game to watch out west. Mike Brown and the Sacramento Kings are no longer getting ejected. They're all here, and they're in Phoenix taking on Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix got hit in the mouth early against the Kings. Domantas Sabonis inside showing you the grind. He had a triple-double, 21, 11, and 12. And then how about D Fox getting to the money? He wasn't too shabby himself. He had 33 points, nailed 6 3-pointers. In the second, it's Grayson Allen. Look, with all these stars the Suns got, it was Allen holding it down for the Suns in the first half. He had 20 first-half points, trying to fend off Malik Monk and D Fox, who were coming in a major way in this one. Sacktown's not done adding to their lead either. Third quarter, it's Sabonis inside a little don't mind if I do hook. 20-point game. And if some is good, more is better. Rest in peace to the late Stuart Scott. It's D Fox nailing the 3. The Kings go up by as many as 22 points, but it's the NBA. Everybody makes a run, especially when you got the easy money sniper on your squad. Durant nails the 3, then the block on D Fox. He gets it back for Book, and it's another 3-pointer from Durant. He had 15 points in the fourth. It's a 3-point game. This time, KD gives it up and doesn't give it back. It's Eric Gordon tying this game up at 115. We're tied up at 117 in the closing seconds. Durant gets a chance for the win, and he's fouled by Fox. Durant, being the great free throw shooter that he is, makes both. Suns now got the lead by 2. With under 2 seconds to go, the Kings get a look. It's Malik Monk. 1 dribble. 3 is up. A little too hard, a little too far left. The Suns go on a 32-8 run in the final 8 minutes of this game to rally back and defeat the Kings 119-117.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing.
Why build theirs when I believe I can build my own?
You've already done it, or I wouldn't be here.
I'm already the only elite sports and music journalist in the game today. My goal is simple, to be the best there's ever been. So please don't go. Make sure you subscribe and follow the journey. It truly means everything to me. I tell stories. I talk music. I cover sports. I am culture. I am Pharaoh.